People. What's going on? What's going on? How you feeling? How you doing? Coach DeBoer's first press conference is in the books. Tap in, tap in. I think Kalen Smoke still got another one. I'm not sure if they still alive or not. Tap in, tap in, tap in. I want to know what you guys think about this first press conference. It's wrapped up. It's in the books. I think Coach DeBoer knocked it out the park. It was about how I expected. Very bland, very minimal. First practice, I want to know how you guys think it went. Tap in, tap in, tap in. See what you guys on. First press conference, man. In the books. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Kimberly Harmon, what is going on, sweetie? How you doing? How you feeling? Hope everything's going good with you. Hope everything's tapping in. Hope everything's going great. Tap in, my people. Tap in, tap in, tap in. I want to know what you think. First press conference is in the books. I want to know what you think. I want to know how you feel. I want to know what you guys think about Coach DeBoer's first press conference, man. Tap in. Tap in. Crimson Blood. What's up, Crimson Blood? How you feeling, bro? How you doing, Crimson Blood? Crimson Blood, the $10 super chat started off already. That was dope. We have insiders, of course. Of course. How are you? How you doing? How you feeling? Hope everything's going good, Crimson Blood. We appreciate you, bro, for that $10 super chat already, starting it off well. Much love to you. Coach DeBoer's first press conference is in the books. Want to know what you guys think, man. Gotta hear what you think. I might even not even do no topics. I just want to know what you guys think these last couple. What's up, Steven Angle? How you doing, bro? Roll Tide to you, my friend Janet. What's up, Janet? Roll Tide to you, sweetie. How you feeling? Buck, what's up, Buck? How you doing, man? Sean Wiley, my brother Crimson Blood. You already know what it is, man. We in here, man. First press conference in the books. Chris from New Jersey. What's up, my friend? How you doing, man? Hope everything's going good with you. Hope everything's going good. Want to know what you guys thought about that press conference. LaQuisha, what's going on with you? How you feeling? Great presser. Janet says great presser. Stephen Craig, what's up with you, bro? Cat Pool, what's up, my friend? How you doing, bro? Megan, how are you? How you doing? How you feeling? What you guys think about that, man? Oh, what you say? Coach had the turtle shirt. Yeah, man. I was ripping and running, bro. Got out of work, went straight to the gym. Well, I was going to go to the gym, but I was trying to work a little OT, man. And on my way to the gym, I hit a pimp turn and turned around and came back. So we heard this press conference going on, right? Goofball, what's up with you, homie? How you feeling, man? What you guys think about that first press conference, man? It's in the books, right? It was very mild, right? As we thought it was going to be, as we knew it was going to be, right? Kimberly, how you doing, sweetie? So good to see you up in here. I want to know what you guys think about it. I want to know. It was very, the questions that were asked were very simple. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get some tougher ones as the season go along, but I think he handled it well. Man. We're gonna talk about a few things about what he said. Yeah, Megan, it was a good one. He was straightforward to the point. He talked about the things that I wanted to know, right, Janet? He talked about being intentional, right? I enjoy that because that's sort of Coach Saban's philosophy as well. Being intentional about everything you do. Nothing intentional, nothing pretensional, but everything intentional, right? From the relationships you build to the practice habits. He talked about teach, critique, and demand. I thought that was outstanding, right? I thought that was outstanding, man. I thought that was very prevalent to what we need at this point. With the GOAT retired, we need somebody to teach, we need somebody to critique, and we need somebody to demand, right? So I really enjoyed him saying that. I think that was awesome. I think that's something that Bama football really needs at the moment, right? To find our way under this new regime. I enjoyed the press conference. I did. I thought that Coach DeBoer covered his. What's up, Ebony? Ebony, what's up, Ebony? How are you? The fourth quarter program is a set of exercises, drills, a get in shape program that they perform all through spring. Right? It's very, very, very difficult. It's very, very tough. It's very, very fast. No wasted motion from one drill to the next. Is very, very, very demanding. Extremely demanding. If you out of shape, Ebony, you can best believe you'll be in shape at the end of the spring with that fourth quarter program. Right? Yeah, pretty much. Crimson Blood said it best. Right there, Ebony. It's our version of boot camp, pretty much. But it builds the character, it builds the structure and the foundation for what an Alabama football player is supposed to be. All facts, 100% facts. Yeah, all facts, all facts. You know what I mean? They, it's one hell of a workout every day, Ebony. One hell of a workout, trust me. It's very intense. No wasted motion, no wasted time. Weights, sleds, drills. I mean, everything you could possibly imagine for positional groups and for individual players. It's absolutely. Janet said it best: energy and effort. Right. I think that press conference went well. I do. For this to be his first press conference. What's up, John M? How you doing? What's up, Ronald Thompson? How you, Carla? How you doing, Carla Bailey? What's up with you? How you feeling? How you doing? I was excited about it, man. I wanted to hear what he had to say. I wanted to see how he attacked our media. Now, the press conference on Wednesday might be a lot bigger, right? I wanted to see how he got involved and understood what it is at Bama now. I wanted to see how he attacked the players that's on this roster as opposed to the players he just left. How would he handle them, right? And I thought Coach KD did a great job. I think he answered the questions about as well as you can answer. Being only one practice, you know what I'm saying? It's only one practice, guys. So he's not gonna have all the answers just yet. Chris said Smook looked nervous. No, Coach Smook ain't never nervous. Trust me, Chris. You just don't know that man. That man. 5 o'clock in the morning, he up like it's 12 o'clock in the evening, jumping jacks, energetic. Trust me, that brother was not nervous. Take my word for it. What's up, Jeremy Sanders? How you doing, man? Yeah, I thought it was a good presser, Carla. I thought it was a good presser. I'm not even going to worry about these topics. I'm probably going to cover them tomorrow. I just want to spend the rest of this time talking about his presser. He answered a lot of the questions that I was going to possibly have. Like I said, he went over 3 things. Yeah, facts, Janet. All facts. Teach, critique, and demand. Teach, critique, and demand. I was excited to hear those 3, right? I think those are the 3 that we need, right? Especially after I read Rock Montgomery's tweet earlier today. Those are the 3 that we need. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate you. I appreciate you more than you know, sweetie. That's all love right there. Thank you so very much for that. What's up, Thomas Pemberton, away from Wisconsin? How you doing? Yeah, I did too, Chris. I did too, man. I really enjoyed it. He talked about Keon Sabb. He talked about him being an impact player from jump. That tells you that Keon Sabb is probably going to start at that other safety. Unless Sabb just completely wets the bed and forget how to play football, Sabb is probably going to start at one of those safeties. And I do want to find out, is this young, because I've heard it pronounced both ways. Is this young man's name Keon Sabb or Keon Saab, like the car Saab? I've heard people at Michigan pronounce it 2 different ways. So, Piano Man 61, teach, critique, and demand. That needs to be on the shirt. Facts. That should be one of the new sayings. That should be one of the new sayings. Teach, critique, and demand. The thing about it, Piano Man, is that's something I think we need, Carla, right now, right? At this stage of Alabama football, with Coach Saban gone, I think we need that. I think we need that right now. The GOAT is gone. I keep hearing it both ways too, Janet. I've looked up some Michigan people, and some Michigan people even pronounced it Sab, some pronounced it Saab. So maybe the young man will do an interview at some point and clear that up, so we won't keep butchering his name. I don't like to call kids' name wrong, right? These kids deserve their name to be pronounced correctly, and I do want to be able to pronounce it correctly. Yeah, so I really think that needs to be on the shirt too, Carla and Chris and Piano Man. That was great, you know. Um, and it actually fits Alabama football perfectly, because when you come behind someone like Coach Saban, yeah, JJ, you already know, brother. You already know, man. Thank you, brother. When you come behind somebody like Coach Saban, right? Those are three individual traits that you got to have. You got to, okay, this is Saban. Saban's gone now, right? So you teach us what you want to do. You teach us what you want us to do in your system, right? Critique us when we don't do it right, and demand that we do it right when we learn how to do it right, right? So those are awesome traits to start off with. He talked about every year you start from scratch. What he mean by that is every year that you come in, your football team is going to be changing, right? You're going to have guys leave for the pros. You're going to have guys transfer. So every year at some positions, you have to start all over and really lay those building blocks down, lay that foundation down, and especially when you have a new coach. So I totally understand that. He said the team had almost 30 new players. Not quite 30, but almost 30 new players. Wow. Yeah, facts, Janet. Facts, Kimberly. Both of you guys already know. What's up, John J? How you doing, man? Call him and asked him how I pronounce his name. Simple. Hey, John, I wish it was that easy, brother. I wish it was that easy, right? But he did talk about how he wanted competition. I thought it was interesting when they talked about Jalen Milroe and when he go into the season as a starter. He said that somebody's got to take first reps, right? Jalen has proved himself to this point, right? So I guess it's Jalen's job to actually lose, right? Rightfully so, I suppose. He said, but you want competition. You want competition. So even though Jalen's the starter, even though Tyler Booker's the starter, even though Jaden Roberts is the starter, even though CJ Dupree's the starter, you want competition at every position. We want competition at every position, man. We want every position to be competitive. We want guys to push one another, right? So I really, really, really enjoyed that he said that. He said that the players took coaching well, right? And the first day, it's always like that. It's always like that. Smoking Blood, what's up with you, brother? How you feeling, man? You know what I'm saying? Buck, you already know, brother. J.A. Kelly, what's up, bro? He said the first day of the first practice is always like that, right? It's calm, it's cool, it's collective. Everybody's high energy. Everybody trying to, stake their claim the first day, right? So I knew it was going to be that way the first day. New era. Smoking Bud said it best, right? It's a new era, man, right? That's 100% fact, Smoking Bud. New era, bro. Let's get it cracking, right? Let's. Hey, Braden, all facts. Braden Lewis said, I'm fired up. Yes, sir. And the thing about it, Braden, is I love when we can actually have something to talk about that's football-wise. Let the haters hate, man. They don't understand what's about to happen, right? Let the haters hate, man. Said music. Hey, Greg Coffee said music was played at practice today. Wow. Josh ain't tell me. Well, somebody, my partner ain't tell me that, man. So I'm gonna have to get in contact and find. Really? Oh man, if they got music playing, bro, you definitely new era for real, right? Which that's what most colleges do now, though, guys. You go to Georgia, you go to Tennessee, you go to Texas. Everybody, that's what they do nowadays. He talked about how the energy never fell off, right? The energy never fell off, guys. It was high intensity the whole way, right? And they're about to start what we call in college install. Install means that's when you take the new offense and you build off of it from the old offense. Things that translate, you'll keep that, maybe change the terminology. You install your offense and your defense. You don't do it at the same time, right? You'll take a day here or there, and you'll install some offense. You'll take a day or two here and install some defense, right? While the offensive players are doing fundamentals or learning positional drills or whatever, right? So you want to take it piece by piece and come together as a team on what we call team offense, team defense, depending on what they do that day. And that's when you have team, like your first defense go against a mock offense. Your second defense will go against, that's how you go against each other. The install is extremely important, because that's where you really learn, like Coach Saban used to say, you do it until you can't get it wrong, right? You do it until you can't get it wrong. That's a whole fact. What's up, Cynthia Middleton? How you doing? I'm glad you're up in here. Shout out to you, Cynthia. Glad to see you for sure. I was satisfied, guys. I was utterly satisfied. He talked about how to, and that's what I wanted to hear. For me, just for me personally, that's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear, how did the players react to this first practice? I knew the coaches were going to be in their bag, right? But I wanted to know, how did the players react? Coach Saban is not there with the straw hat on no more. How did the players react? And from what I hear, the players were high energy, right? Ready. So that was very, very good to hear. Physicality and intensity. Oh, you said it, Jeremy Sanders. All facts. Chris from New Jersey says, Coach, I'm not sure about Deontay. Let me grab you again. Coach, I'm not sure about Deontay Lawson wearing 0 instead of 32. You know what, Chris? I'm a superstitious football player, man. I'm the same guy that wore the same Shimmer shirt. Watched it, of course. But I wore the same Shimmers under my pads for 4 years, right? Every game, So I'm superstitious, man. I don't know, bro. I'd have kept my 32. Coach Sean, do you think we're the first team tackles? Who do I think was first? Okay, you mean D tackles or offensive tackles? Offensive tackles? I assume you're saying offensive tackles because that's the way the question mark is. Well, I think it'll be Elijah Pritchard at the left tackle, Greg, and I think Miles McVay will be the right tackle. If not, Wilkin Formby. I think Olaus is going to end up kicking inside because I heard he's a real versatile young kid. I heard Olaus can practically play any position he wants. I think Miles McVay and Elijah Pritchard may possibly be the tackles. If not, Wilkin Formby. Screwface Renegade says, got to get the playbook in, baby. Play retention and processing things quickly. Right. Ooh, it's football junkies get bricked for thinking about that. Yeah, facts. That's what it's about. It's about repetition. It's about, install, doing things the right way. Muscle memory, man. Everything is muscle memory, especially from the quarterback position. When you got a bunch of new people. Everybody loves Ebony. How are you? What's up with you? How you feeling? How you doing? Glad you're up in here. No, you're not late, Ebony. You actually right on time because we hadn't been on very long. My segment didn't really start till late because of the press conference. Like I said, I'm not even gonna go through these topics. I'll just save those. We just really talking about Coach DeBoer's presser. That's the hot thing right now. And we wanted to see it. Oh, my boy Adam. Just wanted to see how what all the fans thought about Coach DeBoer's presser. So you right on time, Ebony. For sure, everybody loves Ebony. Adam Lamparillo, my boy Adam's $20 super chat. Thank you, Adam. You appreciate it as always, bro. Says, hey, Coach, I think it was a mistake for DeBoer to be seen at the basketball game with Milroe, as it sends a bad message to the other QBs. There should be an open quarterback competition. I think Lonergan may be the guy. Ooh, I don't know, Adam. Let me read Cynthia's and I'm going to answer your question, Adam. Thank you, Adam, for that $20 super chat. I'm going to come right back to you. Cynthia Middleton. Cynthia, what's up, Cynthia? Cynthia says, love me some Coach Sean. Just wanted to give you a shout out from the ladies of Undefeated. Cynthia, you are greatly appreciated for that $10 super chat. Thank you for that. Bless you. Bless you and your family. Roll Tide to you and your family. You're much appreciated, as always. I appreciate you so very much. So, Adam, here's my thing, though. I feel you where you're going. I feel you. I'm here with you. But does it really send a bad message? I mean, think about it. This coach just got there, right? I think you need to be around the players as much as possible. Because at the end of the day, Adam, you're right. it does, it will get solved on the field. You're 100% correct on that. I think the competition in itself will get solved on the football field. I do think. What's up, Jermaine? How you doing, brother? I do think he need to be out with the players right now. I think Coach DeBoer needs to show as much as he can with players around him because he got to get out of that goat shadow, right? And I know just hanging out with the players is not going to get him out of the goat shadow, but the more you see him influx and infusing himself with his players, the more it'll seem like it's his team now. And Coach Saban ain't hovering over him, right? The shadow of Nick Saban won't drown him out, right? So I like that he was there with the players. I like the fact that he was hanging out with Jalen Milroe and whoever else was there, right? I think the message will sort of manifest itself when the pads come on, right? No matter who Coach DeBoer hangs with, like he said in the press conference, somebody has to take first team reps, right? I think the competition will manifest itself, Adam, as soon as those helmets and pads come on, right? That's a whole fact, man. But I appreciate you, Adam. Thank you for that super chat, my friend. Thank you more than you know, my brother. Thank you and Cynthia. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Man, you great too, Adam. Hey, man, I'm just following you guys' lead, brother. That's what's up, Dwight P. How you doing, man? How you feeling, bro? Glad you up in here, man. JJ, what's up, man? Oh, you already know, Adam. You be on top of it, Adam, man. I'm following you, Adam. I'm following you, brother. Yeah, Ebony, it's all good. Everybody loves Ebony. It's all good. You in here, man. We just trying to talk about his presser. And guys, it's only so much we're going to be able to find out from the first press conference, right? It's only so much we're going to be able to find out from that, right? But you do like the fact that Coach DeBoer seemed upbeat, man. He seemed happy. He seemed like he was just in the OSHIT mode, like, oh, man. So, yeah, I feel good. Usually, when a new coach takes a job, you can see his first press conference if he's nervous, if he's like, man, what have I got myself in? Nah, this dude was like, yeah, we good. So, very good vibes from that press conference. Very good vibes from that press conference. I'm telling you. So, yeah, I was hey, Thomas Pemberton said it best. Pemberton said, Coach DeBoer's presser was so enthusiastic and energetic during his press conference. I think we have another great coach. He will be a great teacher of the game, and that's a whole fact. That's a whole fact, Thomas. I know it's just one presser, but if you want one presser to go a certain way, that's how you want it to go, right? I'm totally happy with how that went. Down South Basin, what's up with you, bro? Don't matter what number Lawson wears, he's a dog. I mean, yeah, you right, Down South, but hey, man, football is a tricky sport, man. That's all I'll say, right? Jim Parker says at JMHO, every player knows that Milroe is the leader in the locker room, so it's not a bad look, but a good one. Yeah, I that's what I was telling Adam. I respectfully disagree because Jalen being the starter last year, and we all know Jalen had his ups and downs, right? We don't have to sugarcoat it, right? We can be honest. Jalen had his ups and downs, right? We all know that, right? But the bottom line is, when you really peel the layers back, guys, we know the quarterback position play can be slightly better, right? We all know that, right? But when you really peel the layers of the onion back, Jalen commanded a team that was 12-2, right? Only losing to two playoff teams, Texas and Washington. So something's got to be said about that, guys. I mean, the kid only lost 2 games, and the 2 teams who beat him were both in the playoffs, right? So, I feel fortunate to have Jalen Milroe. I think he's a leader of that team, one of the leaders, if not the leader. I think the competition is going to make him better. It's going to make Ty better. It's going to make Dylan Lonergan better. It's going to make Austin Mack better. So competition always breeds better competition and better attitudes. And so it can only help us. It can only help us, right? And that's a road tide to all of our great quarterbacks. Man, Adam, I appreciate you, brother. You know what I mean? I appreciate you more than you know, man. All facts, right? I'm just really ecstatic about how practice went today. The positive messages, man. White P. All mashed potatoes and gravy over here. Hey, I feel you, the White P. I feel you, my brother. Roll Tide to you, man. Yeah, facts, Ronald. Facts, man. Facts, Ronald Thompson. Right. Davis Lewis says, as Coach Sean, people need to let the man coach. If Saban was still here, Miro would be the quote. Yeah. And you know, I almost appreciate, man. You know, Smoot get a little upset about it, but I appreciate fans who want to see a competition. I appreciate the fans who appreciate Jalen, right? I appreciate both sets of fans because all of us just want what's best for the team, right? I think all of us agree. We just want the best player to play. We don't give a damn who it is. Just play, right? Jalen, you know, it was his first starting year for real, right? The Texas A&M game. We really can't count that because that was just a sub spot because Bryce was hurt, right? Jalen was the youngest starting quarterback in the SEC with the less amount of starts under his belt. So to see that kid come back this year with more confidence, with an easier offense to really run, you know, an offense to where it signifies and kind of squeezes on what he does best, pick on the safety. Jalen didn't have no problem picking on the safety deep, right? We got in trouble when we couldn't block for him and the snaps being terrible and the intermediate routes being average, right? So all that stuff that could be worked on, So I appreciate Ty staying around to battle and go for that job and things like that. So yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate both sets of fans who just want the best for the team. You know, Jalen commanding the team to a 12-2 record, to me, has sort of earned the right to at least be first team right now until somebody beats him out. That's how it goes, right? And if somebody beats him out, it is what it is, right? So I appreciate everybody that has a hand in competition. Anytime it's competition, I think Jalen Milroe himself would welcome the competition. One thing about that kid, he don't run. He didn't transfer. So I'll always give him my respect because him, Ty, all those kids could have been somewhere else, right? They chose to stay at Bama. So I'm going to be behind whoever starts. I'm going to be behind them 100%. Not having as much pressure. Braden, I feel you. But when you play at Bama, it's going to always be pressure to win. But I will give you some credit, though, Braden, because right now, nobody seems to think we're going to win, right? Braden, nobody seems to think we're going to win right now, man. And that's okay. That's okay. It's just March, man. That's okay. We'll have plenty of time to put belt to ass. I promise you. Travel Premier, what's up with you, bro? How you feeling, man? Shout out to you, bro. How you feeling, broski? Home team right there. Much love to you, man. Capool, what's up with you, man? OG Ephraim, what's up, bro? What's up, man? How you feeling, man? Megan, what's up with you? Smoking Bud says Ken Cyber. I think so, because look, Smoking Bud, he has experience in this even front, 4-2-5 defense, right? He has experience in that. This kid has experience in running the alley, right? Making contact. So I think we're going to have a great season, man. We're going to be young on the back end, on the corners. We're going to be young at the boundary and the field side. We're going to be young there, right? I mean, the money's not young, but think about it. The money ended up getting hurt. So this will be the money's first full season, really, since high school. He got hurt too last year. So, yeah, we're going to be young on the back end, man, unless transfer portal brings some more experience from the cornerback position. Yeah, Jay Williams, and it's just normal. They doing the same thing at Texas. The quarterback position will always bring competitive fan nature debates. I'll just say it like that. Quinn Ewers was a starter. They still talking about Peyton's nephew, right? So it's just come with the territory, right? I'm sure Jalen has heard it. He knows it, right? When you get to the NFL, it's gonna be the same way if you don't play up to par, right? Shout out to Monica Hill. What's up, Monica? How you doing? Glad you up in here, for sure. All facts, Greg Coffee. I think he'll improve greatly under this coaching staff. Oh, Larry Lodge. What's up, Larry? How you doing, man? Tim Nolan. What's up, Tim? Chris from New Jersey still up in here. Shout out to you guys. J.A. Kelly, John M. Carla Bailey's here still. Good stuff, Carla. I'm so glad you're up in here. For sure, man. Crimson Blood. Looking for Ebony. Where'd she go? Where you at, man? Max stuck around. Yeah. And see, that's the thing, Janet. In this day and age we live in now, sticking around is just not the thing to do. They all try to jump ship. So I give special shout out to Ty. Special shout out to all the quarterbacks who stayed, right? I think if Ty just be patient, Ty's going to, Jalen Milroe, if he come out and have an even year like he had last, Jalen's going to go to the NFL. He's going to be a high draft pick because his potential is through the roof, right? Those kind of quarterbacks are what's hot right now because of the defenses in the NFL. It used to be when I played, the fastest player would always play offense, right? It's not like that anymore. In high school now, the fastest, best athletes are playing defense, right? They're rushing the passer. They're getting to the quarterback. So you got to have these quarterbacks that are not statues, right? You got to have a quarterback that can move around a little bit. So Ty is going to have a great season here, right? I'm of the mindset. I'm one of those people. I don't think Austin Mack is going to play yet, right? I think even though Austin knows the offense, right? I think Austin's going to have to come into this offense with this team and really, really, really get in there and prove it on the football field. Ty has been in college. He's competed at the highest level against Jalen Milroe and Dylan Lonergan, right? I don't think Ty is going to go quietly. I don't think Dylan Lonergan is going to go quietly. I hope Austin Mack, I hope all these kids stay because they're staggered, right? So that means if they all stay, they're all going to play. All facts. Just be patient, man. It's not always greener on the other side. Ask Mac Jones, ask Jalen Hurts, ask Tua Tagovailoa. All three of those guys stayed. All three of those guys, say what you want, but all three of those guys are in the NFL playing on Sundays. Adam Lamparillo says, Coach, we need those incoming 5-star DBs to make an immediate impact. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Now, we have some young kids, some young 5-stars back there, but anybody know this game, no 5-star, 4-star, 3 or 2. When you're young in the secondary, you're going to have your bumps in the road, man. It's different in college, past concepts, setting a young DB up, showing him coverage. It's tough. It's tough. So I'm hoping we get some experience back there to help out. But I think in the future, our back end is going to be absolutely awesome, right? Megan, what's up with you, Megan? How you doing? Marquita, my neighbor, what's up with you, girl? How you feeling? Glad you up in here. Dr. 334, what's up, my brother? Glad you up in here. Encino, what's that? Eniko Gordon, what's up with you, bro? How you feeling, man? What's going on with you, boy? Glad you up in here, man. Thank you for coming, man. Okay, Ebony, you better not leave, man. Better not leave. Shane Elliott, what's going on with you, brother? How you feeling? Darius Robinson, what's up, Darius? How you doing, man? Darius. What's up with Otis changing his name? Yeah, sorry, J.A. Kelly. Brother, I don't even ask questions. When I see that kind of thing, I listen, I don't even know, bro. And it might be one of those things where, how you take your mother's last name or your father and your mother not together or they get together. It could be a family situation. Who knows? I don't know, right? As long as he perform on the field, he can call himself whatever the hell he wants, right? That's a whole fact. Van Gogh, the artist, that's the whole fact, man. Yeah, man. Texas A&M trying to talk to Greg. But see, here's the thing, though. That's something that is a good comment because we got the coach, we got the coaching staff. We need to lock our administrators down now. I don't give a damn what you got to pay Greg Sankey. Keep him as our commissioner. Give a damn what he asked for, pay him. Greg Byrne, don't care what he asked for. Keep him, right? Keep him. Keep your administrators, man, because your coaching staff and your coaching personnel, that's your left arm. That's your left fist, right? Your administrators. Your compliance officers, that's your right fist. You got to have both of them. One hand watch the other, two watch the face. You got to have both, man. Do not let Texas A&M come in here spreading money around, taking your people, right? Your administrators. They both go hand in hand. So you need both to have a great, successful program. That's all facts. You already know it. Everybody loves Ebony. That's a whole fact. You know what, Ephraim? I don't know if that was it. That could be it. You might be right, Ephraim. But I think a lot of these coaches, man, they'll never tell you this. They'll never say this publicly. But it's a lot of coaches out there that are intimidated by the SEC. This is a whole fact. As Blake, hey, facts, Jim Parker. It's a lot of coaches out there, man. Not saying the grub was, right? But it's a lot of coaches that do not want to face these defenses. You know, the SEC will have easily 10 defenses ranked in the top 10 every year, in the top 15, 20 every year, right? In some category. Number 1 rush defense, number 3 defense against the pass. It's different in this league, man. It just is. It is different in this league. I can't wait till tomorrow. I'm going to get into the topics tomorrow with you guys because there's a lot going on in college football, guys. I've been talking to you guys about the Super Conference and the Super League. Man, it is a lot going on in college football. I promise y'all. Remember we told you when spring practice started, we're going to have a lot to talk about. Well, you better believe it is a lot to talk about. The SEC and the Big Ten are in cahoots to lay the smacketh down to the NCAA and issue a challenge of this how it's going to be. We're going to shoot your ass to deuces. And college football is about to change even greater than we thought. Even greater than we thought, man. It's coming. It's crazy. Coach, our last shit was too heavy. You know what, Chris? I hear that, and you might be right on that, right? They all were way a little too heavy. But the thing about it is, here's what didn't match. They were teaching a zone scheme with a power offensive line. Does that make sense? You can't teach inside-outside zone. I mean, you can, but if you're going to teach a zone scheme, a zone blocking scheme with a line that averages about 360, then you need to have a power scheme like Georgia. You need to have what they call a hat-on-a-hat scheme, not a zone scheme, right? Where the guard pulls and blocks the center. You know what I mean? You can't run a zone scheme with those kind of offensive linemen. If you're going to have 360-pound offensive linemen, then you need to be a power team like we was in the Kentucky game. We ran a lot of off-tackle runs, a lot of dive plays, a lot of cross-buck plays. That's what you need to run all the time if that's the kind of offensive line you're going to have, right? So hopefully we'll get it right. All facts. Matty P, you already know. Buck. Shout out to Buck with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Buck. Buck says, Miro took a team with the 99th ranked offensive line play. Man, look, that's such a great. I'm going to leave you coming up there for a minute, Buck. Ty has no SC experience. Ty will come in. Yeah, Ty's going to have his time. Believe that. Ty Simpson will be a star here, right? But Jay, that's true, man. You got to give Jalen some credit. Think about this, guys. I want everybody in the chat, all my undefeated, to think about this. Around I would say, I'm guessing on this, but it was probably around the 6th game. Might have been around the 6th game. We had almost 30 sacks, if not over 30 sacks, right? Giving up, right? 30 sacks, right? Well, think about this. At that same time, Georgia had given up 5, right? We went 12-2 with an offensive line that absolutely gave up at least 4 to 5 sacks a game, right? Think about it. We don't give those sacks up, right? Think about how good would we be if we capitalize off of those offensive possessions instead of get our quarterback killed. We went 12-2, only losing to 2 playoff teams with an offensive line that was one of the worst statistically in the country. That is a whole fact, man. And so, something got to be said about that. That's all facts, Buck. Thank you for that, Buck. That's a whole fact, brother. The whole staff appreciates you for that, man. Um, yeah, JJ, you already know you can't if you're gonna have those type of offensive linemen, you can't ask them to pull and be zone blockers, right? You need to be a smash mouth team, right? You ask them to zone block one game, you ask them to be smash mouth to one game, you know. Ephraim, it might happen, Ephraim. It might happen, man. They talking about going to 16 teams now. Bro, listen, I can't even imagine being a college kid. Man, there's so much I want to get into, but I know I don't have time tonight. Listen, man. Listen, Ephraim, you 100% correct, man. These administrators are telling everybody, these I almost can't stand you calling them student athletes no more. I almost can't stand them. We're student athletes. They're student athletes. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. They're athletes that go to school. Let me tell you why I believe that. The NFL, you have 17 regular season games now, right? You're asking college kids to play the same amount of games in college, right? And you may say, well, football, Coach Son. Right. But here's the difference. Tua Tagovailoa for the Miami Dolphins may have 17 regular season games, but he don't have a chemistry test Monday morning, right? You're asking kids that's in Los Angeles, California, who play for USC, to travel to New Jersey and play Rutgers. That's a 3,000-mile trip. That's a plane ride about 8 hours. So the game is Saturday, so that means you're going to leave Friday morning or Thursday evening, which you're going to miss 2 days of school. Right? You're going to fly back 3,000 miles on Sunday after the game. And then you got an 8 o'clock class on Monday. Right? So don't tell me these are student athletes no more. These people don't give a damn about the student part. They want the money. They want the money, bro. That's why it's more bowl games, more teams, more money. Right? Do you realize Palo Alto, California, Stanford, they're going to have to fly to Miami, or Miami going to have to go to them. They're in the ACC now. From Palo Alto, California to Miami, Florida. I don't even know how far that is, man, but I'm pretty damn sure it's at least 3,000 miles. So you're asking a college kid to do that on Thursday, right? Play on Saturday, and for sure you're not going to ask them to do that on Friday. Jet lag, 3-hour time difference. It's just a cluster right now, bro, right? It's a cluster. It's all about the bread. The administrators are doing things for the money, right? Everything is discombobulated. It's crazy right now. Student athletes. Yeah, right. You mean athletes that go to school. Tell the truth. 44 sacks, Janet said, and we still went 12-2. One of the worst sack ratios I've ever heard of in Bama football, and we still went 12-2. Right? We cut those sacks in half this season. You know what, Larry? I could sit here and tell you, yes. Most coaches say, I don't know, Larry. I'll be honest with you, my brother. I have not the slightest clue. If you ask me my opinion, I think we will, because this offense is a little different. This offense is not pretty much this offense is based on how can we attack the safety. If you're in 2 safety high, how can we attack that? If you're in 1 safety high, how can we attack that? How can we put the safety in a position where he has to make a business decision, right? And they attack you like that. It's very, 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 a very, very successful offense. It's a quick hitter offense to get the ball out of the hands quick. I think Jalen Milroe is going to have a hell of a year in this offense. Go back and look at Michael Penix the year before he got with Washington. He was okay in Indiana, right? He put up decent numbers. Look what he did when he finally got with DeBoer that second time at Washington. Shh. Look out. Yeah, I seen that, Ephraim. I'd rather have Justin Fields, though, man. I like Russell, man. I like Russell. I like him a lot, man. I like his girl even better, right? But I like Russell. But Russell, to me, at this stage in his life, he just kissed too many babies, man. I need you to cuss everybody out every once in a while. You a quarterback, man. The team feed off of you. You kissing too many babies, and I need you to cuss some folks out every once in a while, man. I need you to put some B2A to some people, right? Just a little too damn nice to me. You a quarterback, right? I need you to act that way, man. Especially you come to the black and gold, right? You can't go in there, man, giving everybody candy canes on Christmas. No, you got to cut some folks out, man. Yeah, Saban did. That's a whole fact. It's a whole fact, Janet. And I was strictly speaking about the administrators, the people that run college football, right? Making these kids play 16 games in college. I can't explain to y'all how many games I play. Man, listen, well, for everybody that played college football, this is I'm talking to you. Please let the people know. Everybody that played football in general, high school or college. Please let the people know how you feel at the end of a 10-game season. Much less, do you guys realize if you let these kids play 16 games, you're not going to have the best team. You're going to have the most healthy team. That is just way too much in college, man. You still got classes during the day, and you asking them to play. I cannot explain to y'all how many games that is, and that is preposterous, man. Right? Crimson Blood, the homie Crimson Blood, $2 super chat, bills, y'all, dollar bills, y'all, all facts, man. College football will make with this structure well over $3 billion. That's in it. That's professional sport money. You don't think that got the NFL's attention, right? Look at what they're doing to college football. Now they got about to have radios in the helmets. I talked about this. Now they're about to have tablets on the sideline. 2-minute warning in college football. Different quarters. Like what the? So look what's happening. Anytime you can gross $2 billion, you're gonna get somebody's attention. Trust me. All facts, Crimson Blood. The game as we know in college football is about to be different. It's different already now, but it's about to be very, very different. You mark my words on this and say Coach Sean told you this. It's going to be 2 college football conferences, right? It's going to be the SEC and the Big Ten. Because if they go to this 3-3-2-2-1 format, that means Notre Dame will have to make a choice. When Notre Dame makes a choice, you better bet your bottom dollar Florida State, because they're trying to sue the ACC now to get out of that. Florida State going to make a choice. They're going to get out of there. Clemson going to make a choice. Miami's going to make a choice. All the rest of the top brands are going to gravitate to one conference or another. 2 major conferences. Watch. It's coming. It is coming. His girlfriend called me. Yeah. Facts, Ephraim. All facts, brother. Wifey. Yeah, that's NFL type of games, Carla. In college, that means what that means, you have no regard for class whatsoever. Think about it, man. If you're at Stanford and you got to play Miami, right? You think, okay, but it's just one game, coach. What if you got North Carolina the next game on the road too? So that's a 3,000-mile plane trip. It's got to be 3,000 miles. Palo Alto, California to Miami, Florida. Then Palo Alto, California to North Carolina, Chapel Hill, right? You're going to get back late Sunday unless you just leave right after the game. And I'm sure they won't do that far of a trip, right? Maybe. Then you're asking them to go to class Monday morning. That's NFL stuff. The only difference is you don't got nothing going on Monday morning. So that's crazy, man. That I cannot imagine being in that position. You know what I'm saying? All facts, guys. Keontae Plummer. What you got, Keontae? Thank you for that, brother. NFL already talking about 18 game. Are you serious? 18 game? Man. Thank you, Keontae, for that $5 super chat, man. Much appreciated. Thank you for that, brother. I believe it, man. More games equal what? More what? More revenue. More revenue, man. Jim Parker says, don't they do that in Division II? Yeah, they have a playoff like that for me. But think about it, though, Jim Parker. That's at a very small level. You know, the collisions are different. The travel is different, right? You know, it's just a whole. I mean, I don't know nobody in Division II that has a trip that's long as Palo Alto to Miami. I don't know nobody. Even when these teams, Furman, play North Dakota, I don't think that's nowhere near the amount of mileage these kids will be playing. And when you're talking about the top athletes, the top Division I athletes in Division I going against each other, that's just a whole level of game. It's almost comparing like 1A football to 7A football. It's just totally different. It's a total different game at that level, you know. Patriot Life. What's up with your Patriot Life? How you doing, man? Wonder where you was at, brother. Shout out to you, Patriot Life. Coach Son in the house. Roll Tide, my brother. Hope all, yeah, man. Blessed, man. Patriot Life. You already know, man. Hope all is well with you as well, man. All facts, brother. I'm glad you up in here, man. Facts, Buck. All facts, right? All facts with that. So, I mean, think about it. Think about it, Jay. What Buck is saying. If you're USC, you're gonna travel from Los Angeles and play Rutgers in New Jersey. That's a Los Angeles to New Jersey trip, right? You think, okay, well, that's not too competitive. After you go to New Jersey, you're gonna go back to LA. Then you got another home game. Obviously, you got another away game. Well, now you got to go to Pennsylvania and play Penn State, right? Think about those two trips back to back. Think about the jet lag you're going to have coming from the West Coast. That's three hours. But think about if the game is at 2:00 p.m., right? If it's at 2:00 p.m., you're already 3 hours behind the East Coast. Do you know what time you're going to have to leave and get there? And it's just a cluster. It's a whole cluster, man. Think about it. I don't even know how they're going to structure these things, right? It's going to be very, very, very exciting. At the same time, those kids are going to be on and think about this. Nobody's talking about this. Think about this part. Nobody's talking about this part. If your family is in Palo Alto, California, are they really going to have the money to come all the way to Miami, Florida, and then next week come all the way to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, go back home, and then the week after that you got to come all the way to Tallahassee, Florida? That's a 3,000-mile trip 3 times in 1 month. Right? I sort of think you're Xing fans, because now some people have the money to do that, but a lot of people don't, man. That's a hell of a trip, right? What's up, Nicole Covington? How you doing, Nicole? Glad you up in here. Think about that, Ephraim. You in LA. Kyle is from the West Coast, right? Kyle is from New Mexico. Kyle know a lot about LA, right? If you are a USC fan, you have to travel to New Jersey to play Rutgers on the road, right? That is I don't know how far that is, but being LA to New Jersey, we all know that's a long trip, right? Think about that. Okay, after you play New Jersey, after you go to Rutgers and play New Jersey, the next week you have to come play Penn State in Pennsylvania. A lot of people's family is not going to have the money to make those trips. Shout out to Kyle.
Yo, what's up, man? Yo,
what's up? How you doing, bro?
Just rolled back in. Smook should be on here momentarily. I just rolled in from Mount Moore practice facility. After Coach Kalen DeBoer's first press conference, I'm gonna add that to the screen real quick. It might take away just a second.
Go ahead, because we talked about the pressure the whole time. I didn't get to no topics. We went into great detail about what he said, talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I thought, and I don't even know if T had the chance to timestamp it yet. Timestamp means like put the like where everything happens. I'm gonna check it real quick so we can just kind of navigate through the soundbar. But yeah, I mean, what was your kind of opening take, Coach? While I kind of looked through to see if we these timestamps.
My opening take was anything that you could want out of a first practice press conference. He covered it.
Yeah,
he covered it.
Yeah,
the man we talked about in the chat how he said the 3 things that I was looking for.
Yeah,
Coach Saban is a shadow amongst himself. We all know that. How do you come in and how do you set your stones? How do you put your feet on the ground? He said, you know how? By teach, critique, and demand. That's what he said.
Yep.
Teach, critique, and demand. That covered it for me. When I heard that, I got so excited because that is so true. Teach, critique, and demand. Teach them how to run your system. Critique them when they do it wrong. And when they get it right, demand that they do it right. So he said that. He talked about how every year is a starting over year, especially with kids transferring kids coming in from the transfer portal, kids going to the pros. You have to start over at certain positions every year. He talked about how they had almost 30 new players, right? So the structure's got to be built again. But he did talk about how the energy never fell off. He said the energy never fell off, man. So that's what you want to hear from a first press conference, a first practice.
Yeah. You hear me grabbing some screenshots kind of here in the back. I think some things that stood out to me, and we'll play a couple pipes in. What's up, T? Appreciate you kind of leading on the point. So here's how today worked. It was pretty wild because we had a lot of moving parts. You know, this is the first day that you have actually something to be at campus for. And, you know, how do we as a staff kind of put all that together and whatnot? And so, yeah, I mean, props to Taylor back here, to Coach Smook, who's, I mean, this is first time covering, and to you as well, kind of like moving all the parts. You see some photos coming in right now from the University of Alabama. Here is Jalen Milroe. Jalen, T, I think your headsets are down with the camera that we're toying with. I think it's on the stairs. Here's an opportunity of Jalen Milroe. And one of the things that I liked about Coach Kalen DeBoer that he said, he's like, look, Jalen Milroe is the guy. He is the guy at the quarterback position. And, I mean, we've all seen the photos circulating and whatnot about Coach Kalen DeBoer and Jalen Milroe. I mean, he is the guy. I'm not shocked. And you know what I really like about it is the fact that he came out and just said it from the jump, right? Yeah. And because you don't create division with doing that. You're like, he is the guy, and that's it. And look, but he said that competition still matters. And I love that because look, yeah, he is the guy and he was taking the first team snaps today, but we haven't played a game yet. And, and what happens is when you have competition, it makes every single thing better. So we all know he's the guy. If you're not a Jalen Milroe, fan or whatever, don't be upset by it. I mean, just, this is who this is the coach of the team, and he just told you who the quarterback was. So, let's support it, and let's see how these other quarterbacks develop too. And hell, I mean, if they start balling out, it's Coach Kalen DeBoer's responsibility to put the best players on the field at every position, most importantly at the quarterback. But when you have a quarterback who's built like this, and who's finished 6th in the Heisman Trophy, I don't think you should be mad. I think you should be excited. You look at the, all the intangibles that he has, the work that he's been putting in. I love it. So I thought his comments about Jalen Milroe today really stood out to me. And I also like the fact that he talked about Keon Saab. And he said that, he mentioned that you're going to see a picture here of Peyton Woodyard, who's a freshman. Look at him right here. I like that. Look at that. First of all, I like that sleeve that he has. Damn, that's legit. Nice. Yeah, that does look nice. Rocking the number 7, and you saw a lot of the jersey numbers come out. But talking about Keon Saab, he said, like he has what it takes to play at this level and be impactful from the jump. I need to hear exactly what he said. But Coach, you heard him talking about Saab?
Yeah, he said he was an impact player. He said this young man has played at the highest level, which he has, right? He's won a national championship. So shouldn't nothing phase him, not even being at Bama, to be at Michigan, to beat Alabama, to play at a school where they won the trophy. Yeah. He's seen it all, man. The 4.25, that should even front. That shouldn't scare him, considering the defense he just came from. Some of the principles are the exact same. So this kid runs the alley very, very well. My only question with Keon is, how do you pronounce his last name? Saab or Sab?
We're going to say Sab. Okay. Sab. Yeah. So let's go with Sab until he says anything else. But I think it is Sab. Yeah. Okay. Sab. And okay. Jarvis is saying, he's like, did you see him posted with his new Mercedes? Yeah. He has an SUV Mercedes, like a top end one. Sab does. And he just got his windows tinted. I'll try to find it on social media. I think I retweeted it. He's posted with it. I don't know if he drove down from Michigan in it. Just kidding. I mean, players are getting paid like you wouldn't even believe. And whatever. I mean, he's got a bench. So today, when we did kind of our practice run through, we saw that kind of where all the players park. And it was interesting to see Coach Saban's spot because he would always park his Ferrari, one of the two that he had. Whereas he has 3 Benzes as well. He would backwards park it. That wasn't the case anymore. And Cedric did not put the water bottle on the podium. It was Josh Maxson who put the water bottle on the podium. So I guess Cedric is going to still work with Saban, but at Bryant-Denny Stadium. So there's no more of like Cedric putting the water bottle on. Other sights and sounds today, we saw Quindarius Robinson by Hotel Capstone cruising around on an electric scooter. He's gigantic, and the scooter was tiny. Yeah, so what's up, T?
Q-Rob's on a scooter, and Sab's driving around in a new Benz.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, this is you have the pic. Can you show it?
Yeah.
All right. This was sorry, T. Go ahead. Can you zoom in on that?
Yeah.
So this is Sab. This is his. Look at that.
That's a nice car.
What is that for our Mercedes-Benz fans?
Is it a G?
Someone said it's not a G wagon. It's a
not
GLE.
a G wagon. Yeah, GLE.
That's a GLE.
I think my brother has that. Actually, no, that's a coupe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it looks like it has. Does that have 4 doors?
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
the back end looks like a coupe. The back end.
Yeah. All right. What's the horsepower on that, or the torque? But that's fun to drive, right? Yeah. Let's play. Let's kind of rewind, Coach. Let's play a little bit of this press conference, and you can you hang out for just a little bit of time, Coach?
Yeah.
You gotta bounce out. Just give me a heads up. Like hit me up in the private chat when you got to bounce out. But
okay.
I want to go. I want to go grab some food myself, and we got Coach as well. But I want to just to kind of chit chat about. Let's watch his press conference and see what else he's kind of said in detail. Kind of the rewatch, if you will, of the DeBoer press conference. So here you go. Here's Coach Kalen DeBoer, and then we'll pause it. Kind of what he said or whatever. Let's see. Let's
So just like that, practice one's over. So it was a great day out there, as first practices always are. Full of energy, full of excitement. This came on fast, and the practice went fast. Really, really clean. I was proud of our coaches and staff, and as well as our players, just for really understanding kind of the things we were trying to accomplish today. Not just the execution of the football field, when it came to run our concepts and our plays, but also just the transitions. It's new for everyone, and the guys I thought just did a great job. You can see the want to, the desire, is there through the effort that they gave, and just really, really, I really thought it came together in a nice way. They protected each other, which is a big thing when it comes to our practice habits, and we want to be healthy and be able to improve every play, and you got to be able to. The only way to prove is by being out there. So, I think that's one of the key things in doing what we're doing all spring long is just being really intentional in what we're doing, whether it's building relationships or how we practice, creating those habits that are what we call championship habits, and I think they did a really nice job with that today. So.
Coach, when you look at kind of his opening comments, I mean, one of the things that he says that really stands out to me, just from the comments from kind of the jump, is maintaining the relationships and building those relationships. And I get it, we're all excited. I bet you he's still kind of building that continuity with the team, and most importantly today, like that is where you're showing them, I am the leader of this team. This is my team, and I like the fact that he seems to be a pretty humble individual. And I bet there's a lot of fire in there that we just haven't seen yet. But I like the fact that he knows where he's at. Looks like he has really good self-awareness. What's your take on his opening comments there?
I loved him. I love them because he's 100% correct. I played for a new coach coming in, and that relationship is the number one thing. That is the number one thing. You want the guys to trust you. You want to implement things that they understand that's going to help the team. You don't want to make it about me. As far as a coach, you want to be open. You'll be an open book. Everything he said was 100% facts, man. It's a relationship business. You want to do things to not hurt one another on the first practice, keep everybody healthy, right? Everything he said was spot on. Trust me, spot on.
Yeah, I got you, Coach. I was giving out some directions too in the back end, orchestrating a lot of stuff. I think so as well. I think that it's been good just to kind of hear his opening remarks. I know some other, he's done a lot of other interviews, but like there's nothing like getting coached like right after practice, and the atmosphere inside the Malmore room. Honestly, there was so many people. Usually, kind of towards the back end, and I get it. You get used to, and this will die out. This is the honeymoon phase, right? Everything is perfect. Yeah. But towards the back end of Saban, I kind of thought, and I think maybe a lot of it had to do with Zoom too. I don't know. There was no Zoom today, but of course you could watch it online. I mean, we were streaming it, but there was only maybe 10 to 12 and one camera for Coach Saban. It was interesting. You're like, this is the greatest coach of all time. And it was kind of like, I don't know, if you live close to the beach, sometimes you just take it for granted, whatever it was. But like today, it was every single seat was packed. There had to be, I don't know, 15 or 16 cameras, like the big cameras. So it was good to see. I think there's a lot of people excited to see what he has to say. I like, he came out with you're always like wondering, what is he going to come out with? Coach Saban will come out, the different drip that they have. But here's the first question, and we'll go. And by the way, if you guys were like, where's your guys' question? I literally raised my hand, and the SID did not call on me today. So didn't get a chance to ask a question. I was actually going to ask Coach about Parker Brailsford and how much consistency that he saw from Parker Brailsford last year, and how excited he was to have him coming in with his leadership, considering that Alabama's center was, a complete mess. I was going to ask him about Brailsford. Didn't get that opportunity, maybe at another point in time. But yeah, SID didn't give me a call today. But it is what it is. We continue with Coach Kalen DeBoer's press conference.
I'll open up for questions. Coach, starting your left with Chase. Yep.
Coach, the NCAA the rules committee is going to be instituting this helmet communication between coaches and players apparently this fall. Just a two-part question about that. One, just your general thoughts on what kind of a game changer that might be. And two, is that something that you could test out this spring just to give quarterbacks an early feel for it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were doing it today. So we had it out there, and I didn't. We had, with supply and demand across the country, we aren't able to have as many as what the max would be, but we had a couple quarterbacks, and with that in, and I haven't heard any feedback yet. I think early on it was a couple times it was maybe a little hard to hear one way or another. I don't think it was because it was too soft. I think it was actually because it was too loud. But I'm sure that will get tested in our stadium at some point. But I think there's a lot of reasons for it. That I know can be positive. I don't know if it answers all the concerns that you might have when it comes to, I think, some of the things people will say it automatically fixes, and maybe sign stealing and things like that. So because I think there's other ways where it could go the other way, with being intentional and trying to get a call and being able to echo it through your defensive headset, and it could go on and on with that. But it was good. I think the quarterbacks just getting used to it. I saw them a couple of times, putting their hand up to their helmet, just listening. But for the most part, it seemed pretty clean.
Hey, Coach, we'll have you on, and then we'll swap out to Coach Smook, who's just joining us at the bottom. But before you go, your thought on this? I mean, I think that is a very significant update. It kind of tells you how college football is changing. And who was the one coach during the Rose Bowl who said that they need to move to helmet communication? T? It was Coach Saban, because they asked him about sign stealing. So listen, the College Football Commissioner is alive and well. He was the one that is implementing these rules behind the scenes, and now you see it. Wow, what a shocker. I mean, think about it. He said this exact thing at the Rose Bowl, and here we are 2 months away, and the players literally have helmet communications. Coach, your thoughts on that?
Listen, the college football, with this college football playoff, is about to be a $3 billion sport.
Yep.
They will implement things that the NFL has right now with this sign stealing, tablets on the sidelines, all these different things where you can look at pictures of how the other team is playing you. This is just one thing in the phase of implementing NFL things into college football. College football is about to have a 2-minute warning, man.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So the helmet communication to prevent the sign stealing, all of these things are things to come. Trust me. And it's here.
100%. Hey, Coach, well, thanks for rocking with us tonight. We appreciate you. Good segment. I know the fan funders really appreciate your content. You do a hell of a job for us here at Bama Football on YouTube. Thanks for batting leadoff on our evening show tonight, and we will catch you tomorrow right here on Bama Football on YouTube, man. Absolutely crushed it, and thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate you, man. Shout out to the undefeated, all my coaches, all my friends, Ty, Lady T on the wheels of steel, if you will. I appreciate you guys. Roll Tide.
All right, man. Take it easy. All right, now we bring in Coach Smook. And Coach Smook, what's up, man? Appreciate you. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? That was finishing a tweet. Never stop working, bro. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, you know what? So Smook has like the energy right now. Like he's so pumped up to be here. He's excited. And this is our staff. You know, we have T here, right here in Tuscaloosa. We have Smook, who has just been added, and we're here. And it was our first opportunity to hear from Coach Kalen DeBoer tonight. Smook was in the media room. All three of us will be there on Wednesday for the open practice. Smook, kind of set the stage. I mean, what were you thinking like when you walk in? Tell them how many people were there. Kind of give them, you know, the meat and potatoes before we play this next question from Coach Kalen DeBoer.
So it was an experience, guys. First of all, I just want to thank God, man. It was without him, none of this is possible. Kyle, thank you and T, man, for giving me the opportunity. And yes, it was surreal, man. It's a moment I won't ever forget. It was funny after you left, Kyle. All of those people that were left behind that, you know, knew I was the new guy. They was like, hey, you sure you don't want to take a picture before you go? Because this is the moment you're not going to forget. So they took a picture of me. I was throwing up the link sign, you know, because it's a lot of naysayers that didn't think I would ever make it to this level. So it felt good to be in that moment. But Coach Kalen DeBoer and that energy, Kyle, you felt the energy when he walked in, man. Yeah. It's like he's about his business. And that's what you feel about the whole setup. But coming in there, setting up, getting to meet some of the other beat writers, like it's some people that I've read over the years, and it's some newer that, you know, stepped on the scene before me 2 years now, that are like popping right now and shaking hands and, you know, getting to see people face to face. It was an experience, man. But the most surreal thing was meeting, you know, Josh. That was crazy for me, you know, seeing his name on all the important stuff when it comes to the Alabama media. And now that's the guy I'm going to be interacting with on a regular. Like it's crazy, man. So I just thank God. It was an awesome experience and undefeated. I can't forget y'all, man. Y'all are really a big reason why the name Coach Smook is carrying. Like when Kyle introduced me by my government name, they were like, okay. But then when I said, I go by Coach Smook, you know, that's what they immediately, oh, you're the guy from Twitter. So that's because of y'all, you know, and it's only up from here. And I'm finally at a place now that we got on that step, Kyle. I'm ready to embrace this thing fully. Kyle was getting on to me, y'all. Like he was, and it wasn't pressure. I thrive under pressure. He was just in my ear, still trying to get me to speed up. I'm like, okay. And the more, you know, I started getting a feel for what his vision was, for what he wanted me to do. The second video came out literally like 5 minutes after you left. Jalen Miro cut. I was done with it like 5 minutes after you left. So I'm excited, Kyle.
I'm trying to find. Let me see if I have it here. The piece of paper that we went over today, kind of like the odds and ends. You know, kind of the execution. I think we did a good job, and you know, of course, you know, we have T here as well. But it's just like there's the producing part, there's the uploading part, there's on tour part. I mean, and on Wednesday we'll all be there in effect. So we already have a game plan for how we're going to approach and attack Wednesday. And yeah, appreciate it. So what we're doing here, you know, we'll do it for another 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna split out, and then Smook will take you home. But basically, recapping Coach Kalen DeBoer's opening press conference, kind of some takeaways from that, and you can find more coverage right here on Bama Football on YouTube. And how this all works, like the streaming part, we stream, but we don't know. There's no like exact time of when they're going to, like, he's going to hit the podium. They told us today 5:30, then they told us 5:45. So at 5:43, I literally went live, and he came in at 6:10. So Coach Saban was always 15 minutes late. So for Coach Kalen DeBoer out the gates, he's like 25 minutes late. So I don't know. He's just hang tight, and then you know, that's kind of how we do it. So but we appreciate you guys, you know, sticking with us during the stream. Let's continue to play some of this, and we'll kind of go back and forth saying what we thought, you know, from some of his comments. And here's a nice picture that they came in of Justice Haynes. Looks really nice.
Yeah.
He's number 22. How about, hey, chat, what did you guys think, Undefeated, of Deontay Lawson being number 0?
0.
Right? Yeah. That's interesting. Number 0. First player in Alabama history to be number 0. Crazy. And Jance is right. Somebody exactly said that. It's like Coach Saban told. Who was it? I think was it from Steven from Touchdown Alabama? Someone was like, Coach told him to be late.
Yeah, he was sitting next to me joking about it. He was like, he said that's why he rushed from where he was, because time got away from him a little bit. But he was like, when he got here, he was like, I ain't have to speed. Coach Saban told him to be late. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the running joke in the room.
All right, let's play this next question. We already talked about helmet communication, so this is the question following the helmet communication. And of course, you can watch this full press conference in its entirety back on our website, Bama Football on YouTube. We've uploaded a couple shorts as well. And away we go with Kalen DeBoer's. This is his second question from tonight's media opportunity.
We'll go in the middle with Michael Casagrande. So you've been here a month and a half now. What surprised you most about taking this job, getting off this plane? What did you not expect when you got here?
Well, I don't know if it's not that I didn't expect it. The thing I want to give our guys props for is just how open they've been to everything that we've asked them to do. So it doesn't surprise me. They've embraced, all the little differences and nuances that different personalities bring, just different ideas that we have. And it's just been really smooth. And it's a huge credit to our guys. And I think our staff's done a really good job of being aligned and on the same page and being organized to where it's very clear, concise, and the expectations are something that the guys can easily understand.
We're on the right with Charlie.
Hey, Coach. I wanted to go back a little bit and ask you about the fourth quarter program. Just what were your impressions of that? And maybe did you add any wrinkles or tweak that at all?
No, we kept it pretty consistent with what it's been. And the guys, you can tell it's something that they really feel strong about. The energy just is there, from the beginning to the end. And I think the key is taking that in the workouts when we're in the early winter months here and transferring that over to football. And that was the challenge today. We have a period at the end where we gather and we've referred to it. I've done this many years now, refer to it as also the finish or fourth quarter period. And, being able to connect to what they just did the last few weeks with the fourth quarter program, it's transferring it from the indoor and the workouts that they're doing onto the football field. I think that excites them. And, there's been a lot of football games won because of the work that's been put in because of that program. And, they believe in it. And it's going to be important for us this fall for sure.
Hey, Smook, you can verify this. I raised my hand, right, for a question?
Yes,
right.
multiple times.
Wasn't called on. Whatever. I was also going to ask him either the Parker Brailsford comment, or I was going to ask him about this, what he just talked about, the fourth quarter program, how important it was in keeping pillars like David Ballou and Jeff Allen within the program, right? Because I think from like the back end, we always think about the assistant coaches that are added or what other components, but those two are like staple pieces here. Can you imagine if they got rid of like Jeff Allen? Oh my goodness, like people would riot in the city. And I think it would set the team back from a strength component, specifically during this time with David Ballou, because you'd have to get another strength and conditioning coach. Listen, if you've ever had a trainer or you've ever had a group you worked out with, get another one. You're like, what's the terminology? What are you talking about? So I love the strategic moves by him during this time was really good. What do you think, about kind of his comments about the fourth quarter and just kind of his level, his demeanor today, Coach?
So that all it does is reassure what I've been saying and what we've been saying as a staff. His ability to kind of be flexible and adjust to his surroundings, but also maintain a standard, because that's one thing you see about Coach DeBoer. He commands the room. Yeah. Every time he stepped to the podium since he's been at Alabama, this demeanor here is the same demeanor he had when he came and did his welcome to Bama as the head coach speech, his very first presser as the Bama head coach when we announced it. So I love his demeanor and how he carries himself. And he is an approachable person. Like the way he was engaging with us, like I don't know if Coach Saban did that. So on this level, that was like welcoming to me to know that. Like, and he was very adamant about waving to us when he left out. He just seems approachable, man. And it's good to have that type of energy with what we're coming through. Post Saban, like he just continues to build that confidence. And then with the fourth quarter program, it shows you how much he cares about what Nick Saban instilled and what he in place to build this championship breed of a program. And he's not above taking on success that preceded him and continuing to build on it, because that's what the greats do. They don't go and reinvent the wheel. If it's still rolling, you let that thing roll. And You might add a little speed boost on it. You might add a little something to it, but you don't change how it's been rolling. And that's what I think him understanding that was important to those players and everything that was coming through. I think that is a big reason why we are feeling so confident about him being the head coach and this team right now.
Let's break down a couple more, and then I'll split out, and you can ride home, Coach. We're here with Coach Smook and Kyle Henderson, and, of course, T in the background. So here's the next question to pose to Coach Kalen DeBoer. I don't know what they are because we haven't time slotted them yet. We're working on the timestamps, but here's the next question to Coach Kalen DeBoer.
Obviously, a big part of spring practice is the player development from the first practice to last practice. But what are you looking for out of your coaching staff in terms of, where they can grow from practice 1 to practice 15?
Well, I told the guys, the players, they're excited to watch their own film now because, when you bring in the concepts, whether it's offense, defense, special teams, the coaching staff brings in your ideas, which usually involve cut-ups that are from the programs you come from. And so I just told the players when we broke down that we get to watch some of their film, which I know they're all excited to do. And, from a coaching standpoint, to me, there's a lot of pieces to our job, but right now it's for us to give them feedback. So they need feedback on everything that happened, the grading of every play and giving the feedback, to our guys, and so they can understand, whether it's that play or that practice, or the session that we were in, whether it was a 7-on-7 period or a team period, even individual. Why did this drill go well? And giving feedback all the time. That's a big priority for us as a coaching staff, so that way the guys can continue to understand the expectations, continue to improve. We have a maxims we refer to, and one of our maxims is to have a relentless pursuit of continuous improvement. And we don't take any of those words lightly, from relentless all the way to pursuit of improvement. And that's the thing I'll ask our guys tomorrow when we get together and kind of review the practice. Was that the mindset, and was that clear from the beginning to the end?
One of the things that I like about him is I thought he's a great speaker, and he gives a really good answer, but he doesn't go overboard, right? It's not like this long-winded thing where you're like tying into like different parts. Like he's like right to the point. I really like it. I think his opening press conference was like 15 minutes. So, really like kind of his delivery. And, this is Dwight. What's up, man? This is kind of our like reaction to the interview. I'm going to turn the keys over to Smook. Smook, you take him home. Smook's here in Tuscaloosa, was with me side by side. On Wednesday, we'll have the 3 front, as all of us will be at practice for the open practice. I'll be back on tomorrow at 9 a.m. taking your calls. You got Ty tomorrow at 8, and then Coach Smook at 10. So that's kind of the schedule for tomorrow. We appreciate you guys. Look for more great content from our staff right here on Bama Football on YouTube. We appreciate you guys being with us. Smook, take them home, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Good night, fam.
All right, bro. Roll Tide. Hey, y'all. Roll Tide, man. Before I get started, let me pay some bills real quick. Let us pay some bills. Let's get this commercial up. Shout out to our sponsors. They are putting us in position to be in these positions like this. And the more we grow, the more it's going to grow. So let me put this commercial. I love this commercial. Y'all, stand by for this commercial break by yours truly, Kyle Henderson.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Residence in Ocean City, Maryland. Guests can book at residenceinOC.com. Use the promo code LPR for special Bama football pricing, up to 20% off. Also, go to therogueshop.com. Use the promo code Bama. You get legal CBD. For me, personally, I like the topical oil. You know how intense my workouts are, right? So I like the topical oil. I like to rub that on my back, whatever, after those cinder blocks. So go to their website, cruise down, look through their website, and definitely check out rogueshop.com. And like I said, I like the topical. Again, the promo code is BAMA. Also, think about becoming a fan funder right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Become a part of the Undefeated as low as $2.99 a month. That's 10 cents a day. How do you do this? Make sure you're logged into your account. This is on a computer. You can also do this on your phone, and look for the tab that says membership. Once you click membership, you can see different options. You can see an upgrade button right there to the right if you want to go through the different levels. We have fan funder videos from the staff right here at Bama Football on YouTube. Very easy to navigate. Let us know if you have questions inside the comment box when trying to upgrade or renew your fan funder membership right here on Bama Football on YouTube. And of course, if you want to rock that undefeated gear, check out our merch store located at the bottom of the videos. We appreciate Patriot Life, Cynthia, Antoine, Kalen, and to everybody else that supports us right here on Bama Football on YouTube.
Shout out to all the fan funders, everybody that supports us, man. We appreciate you all and our sponsors for today. Thank you guys for doing what you do for Bama Football on YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. I know Kyle and T and the rest of the team, we all appreciate you. But back into it, y'all. My God, I'm on cloud nine. Nobody can mess my night up right now. I rushed back to the hotel to check back into the same room just to get here and let y'all know that we are in good hands, man. Coach Kalen, DeBoer, and this staff, we are in great hands right now. There was a lot of buzz about, this is first practice. And that was the first thing he led off with. Just a simple, we are here now. First day, that's the first day is over. We're here now, and we're just going to continue to build from it. And that energy, you got this energy of like he's hungry, that I want to go get it mentality. One thing that I found interesting though, and I'm gonna go to my notes, y'all. Your boy had to go and get a notepad, right? Because your boy trying to be official. Kyle trying to hook me up. So one thing that was a question that we were talking about with the fourth quarter program, I kind of explained how important it was. Well, Coach Kalen DeBoer explained how important it was to, maintain some of that tradition that they built on. But when you look at some of the interviews and some of the players some of the statements they've been making, it's like there's a little bit more pride. There's a lot more pride within the program right now. And a lot of times with adversity, we all know with adversity, it builds character, it builds confidence, right? If you just continue to fight through. And that was a consistent message throughout his interview, throughout the presser, continuing to get better, continue to move forward, not settling, no complacency. There was a statement. What was that acronym he said, Kyle? I forget. Dang, man. I forget. I think I tweeted it, y'all. But it was just something to the effect of like relentless pursuit on moving forward, something of that nature. That resonated so much with my personal life. And it's crazy that it ain't about football, but like you get that type of motivation from Kalen DeBoer. Not saying you didn't get it from Coach Saban. I didn't get the experience sitting in the room with Coach Saban and hear him answer questions. This right here, I felt connected. And I think that's one thing that Coach Kalen DeBoer and this administration and the coaching staff, they're trying to create this environment of we want to connect not only with our players, not only with their families, but we want to have a real connection with our fan base. And they're doing it through us. So we're going to continue to keep everything clean and keep it at a level to where it's professional and that we're always welcome, because that experience today is something that I think you all as the fans and as the supporters deserve, and nothing less. Shout out my guy, Gary Bama for Life, with the $10 super chat. He said, "What's up, Coach Smoot? How you feeling? Thoughts after seeing what unfolded today?" I mean, I'm just in awe, man. I'm feeling good. But I'm not the type that kind of like, stay in a daze. It'll last probably another hour, but I'm ready to work. I got like 8 or 9 shorts that I want to post for the channel tonight, because there were a lot of small segments, even like reactive stuff that Coach DeBoer, responded to, that I think you guys are going to love it. It was, I want to ask the chat, how was it watching the situation live? How was it watching the presser live? I'll get to y'all comments in there. I see my resident troll changed his name, trying to be funny. Welcome back, Coin God. Few more days and that green tag gonna be gone, buddy. How you feeling, man? How'd you like the presser with Kalen DeBoer, Coin God? I'm interested to hear your take. I already seen one's take.
Man, all of a sudden, just like that, practice one's over.
I already saw one take that made me laugh. And of course it had, and you know what else that made me laugh tonight? And I think me and Kyle both, and Steven Smith from TDA, he was sitting on the same row as us in between me and Kyle. And when he made the statement about where where Jalen Miro stands with the team, it is almost like he almost slipped up and said, yeah, that's my starter. Like, that's what it felt like. That's what the energy felt like. It felt like he wanted to say, yes, he's our starter. But that's what it felt like. But he handled it with such a finesse, man. And shout out to Caitlin Ingle with the $49.99. My sister Kalen. She says, Roll Tide, Kalen DeBoer and the team. Alabama faithful, all behind you all. I told y'all we good. Hype. Facts. I'm right there with you. Shout out to Caitlin with the $49.99 super chat. Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm talking too fast. I can't barely talk, man. It was crazy. So Caitlin came through with the $50, man. Definitely give us some love, some applause, man. We appreciate you, Caitlin, for supporting the channel. Roll Tide, y'all. I'm excited, y'all. If y'all ain't noticed, like, I'm excited. This is just the beginning. And it was funny, after the interview, everybody was like, and this is my first one, but I know that there's 15 practices, right? And we're going to get, after every practice, we're going to get to interact with the staff and get those pressers done. Everybody's like, 1 down, 14 more to go. So it felt good to be amongst that. So, yeah, Coin, yeah, he a troll, man. I like him, though. Oh, man. But how y'all feel, man? Hey, Damon. Hey, it's all about the grace of God, man. It's all about the grace of God. I don't take no credit for it other than, putting the energy into it. Being a willing vessel, man. Being willing, ready to do the work. That's all I'm ready to do. I'm ready to do the work, man. I'm ready to do the work. A-Day is going to be crazy, better get there early. Great coffee. And that's the truth, because there are no rooms available from starting that Wednesday all the way to that Sunday. It's like people are booking, like everything is booked up right now. I want somebody to go right now, go online and try to see if any rooms available for the weekend of A-Day. I don't think it is. Where the practice footage at? Oh, do we got T in the back? I can see your private message if we do. Do we got B-roll for practice footage? I know we had some. I wouldn't mind having it run if we got it. I know I'm a troll. I know more baldy. Negative. Coin guy, when you Coin guy, you got a whole a fan base against your logic, man. It's funny though. I'm glad you feel that way, man. I can't wait till we have like the trash talking segments where we could professionally talk trash. Cause I'm learning, man. I'm learning how to deal with you. I swear he do goofball, don't he? Somebody else said that yesterday. Oh, but there is a comment. There's a fan funder. He's very anti-Milroe, man, and I don't know why. I don't know what Milroe did to him, but I want to address something, and not only because I don't think it was a bad look, but it kind of just like why, Hey, Coach Sean, this was during Coach Sean's segment. My guy Adam Lamparello with the $20 super chat. Appreciate that, Adam. He said, I think it was a mistake for DeBoer to be seen at the basketball game with Miro, as it sends a bad message to the other QBs. There should be an open QB competition, and I think Lonergan will be the guy. Well, Adam, I don't know if 650, so had the interview started already? It had ended already, right? So, Adam, so I feel like if you would have sat around, you would have heard Coach Kalen DeBoer preach the fact that he's really preaching competition. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's nothing wrong with him being at the game with Milroe. I don't think it was anything wrong. I mean, why being at the game and sitting with Milroe? Why is that a problem? Why having Tyler Booker walk out? Why are you not acknowledging that? And you see what I'm saying? Like, that's my gripe against the Milroe doubters. It's not anything about his actual game, because he's proven to be a winner, and he showed progression throughout the season. His last 3 games were probably his plateau for that season. Y'all remember I was talking about that earlier. You have sophomore slumps, and that don't necessarily mean like your sophomore year. You get to a certain stage in your first phase of development or your first year of development where you kind of peak, and you don't have the time in between games to really go in depth and work on the small intricate things. So I'm excited to see Jalen Milroe continue to develop. Kalen DeBoer even highlighted the fact that, you know, he's willing to put in the work. He's been putting in the work on his own, in so many words. So it was a good, refreshing feeling to know that my thoughts and a lot of the fan base that's supporting Milroe and this team, not just Milroe, but the team and their feelings towards Milroe, I think it was good. Milroe is a marketing tool for Alabama. This was his second time at the basketball game. The AD had Milroe there. I don't think it was just that. I think it's just the fact that they know how important it is to have a presence as the team, as to show to signify unity, you know. And you see, it's not just Milroe. You have to be in town to kind of get a feel for what these players are banding together and doing. Like, they're all going out and supporting the local businesses, showing support for the local restaurants. Wilk and Formby, you know, is the ambassador for Taco Casa. Hearing him talking about, you know, Taco Casas, I was about to go by there the other day, you know, hearing him talking about it. So it's good to see just the whole, like, all Alabama athletics is on a rise right now. And when you take a hit like losing Coach Saban to retirement, most from the outside looking in expect the program to take a fall as far as morale and everything, but you're not getting that. I would say right now the fan base is like 75-25 confident, 75%, 25% still doubting, still have a negative mindset. And yeah, James Dickey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. That's why he's the university favorite. Facts, LaQuestion. I mean, guys like him, Terry and Arnold, Tyler Booker, good character guys. You know, it's a lot of guys like that on this team. But I will say this. When I went to the bathroom, there's like a area where you could kind of peek over into practice. And practice was intense, man. The little 40 seconds I got to just kind of stand there. And I was like I was in a daze. But practice was intense. And one thing I did see, because I did catch like the transition period, there was no walking. You know, Coach Saban was big on hustle. Like guys were out there amped up, hopping to it. Like, it was a good thing to see, y'all. And I had to be out there. Like, when I got to catch that glimpse, I had to be standing there around like towards the end of practice because we were setting up for the interview. And so it took from about 30 minutes from when I went to the bathroom and came back in. That was, you know, about the time span it was to Coach DeBoer showing up and starting the presser. So it was good, man. It was good. Whoever thinks Milroe isn't the number one QB is crazy. He would start on 96% of the teams across the nation. If it wasn't for Milroe, we don't beat Georgia, Auburn, and 2 other games last year. XRP King, I'm right there with you, but a lot of people, they beg to differ. Yeah, man. You acting like they a part of who? What you hating on now, Coin God? Goofball, what you said? What Coin God hating on now? If the other quarterbacks are that sensitive, we have huge problems. That's what I was saying, Charles. Like, you know, you had a choice to be at the games too. Ty Simpson chose to go and train where he was training. Him and Caleb Odom, they've been training together, and a couple of other guys. That's what they were doing at this past Saturday. You know, Milroe had been doing his training all week, so it was like an appearance opportunity for him. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Smoke with the scoop, the truth, no fluke. Oh, he got heat. My boy Jim Parker bringing the heat, man. Appreciate that, fam. Hey, I appreciate all y'all support too, man. All y'all gassing me up. You know, I'm not getting the big head by any means. I appreciate the love, y'all. The real love. Like, it's people out there that's really coming for Kyle, coming for me, coming for Sean. Like, Ty, like, why? It's just, we're just covering Alabama football. You know, and that's all I'm doing, man. I don't know why people again like that, but we're gonna keep the grind's not gonna stop. Kyle is the head dog on this team right now, and his mentality is eat. You know what I'm saying? It's time to eat, and in order to eat, you gotta hunt. You can't hunt sitting on your tail, and we're not gonna be sitting down. So, and T in the back, man, she be pushing us. Like, she don't care. I like T's relentlessness, man. Like, T is like, she's like the sister that you want to hype you up before you go beat somebody up for messing with your sister. Like, that's who T is. She gonna hype you up. She gonna tell you everything, and she gonna add a little something on to it so you can make sure you drag them. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, keep it pushing. Facts, Carly. That's all we're gonna do. Yeah, that's all. It's crazy. It's crazy, and it's funny how, some of the statements they made. And I missed the live segment when Kyle was like, man, he worked hard. I see him in the short time that I've been able to work with Kyle. I see how hard he works. There's plenty of nights where before I moved up here, it would be a 1 o'clock text, 1 a.m. text, and he's getting up and going to work out, the next morning. So, I mean, that's the type of energy I got. Me and Coach Sean up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning talking about schematics and, ideas and how we want to discuss breakdowns on the next segment together. Like, that's how dedicated we are. We are passionate about what we're doing, and y'all are the big reason why we do it for y'all. We do it for just the respect of the industry, the respect of the craft. So that's what we're doing. I'm just saying, was it a bad look when Jalen took below wide receiver to Florida to train? Dang. That's a good question, John. He says, basically, he's asking, was it a bad look when Jalen took all the wide receivers to Florida to train last year too, right? He said, shaking my head, keep going, Milroe, the true fans behind you and the ones who want to be here. Facts, John. I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. What goofball at? I can't see his comments. Oh. There you go. There you go, goofball. I was trying to see what my boy was hating on. Corn be hating, man. I don't know what Smook out there, smooking the scoop. Blue color working to get the scoop. Okay. Look, y'all trying to bring heat. Y'all trying to get me to rap tonight, ain't y'all? Man, Coach Sean is my brother, man. Y'all, I don't know if y'all notice it, but Coach Sean is he's like evolving right before our eyes. Every segment, Coach Sean is making it his own. He's becoming his own, and I love it, man. I love how the team is eating. Ty probably was the most established out of the support cast. Myself and the rest of the support cast to Kyle, and his encouragement has played a lot into all of our growth too. Ty encourages us on the front end and the back end. Y'all see how much love we show each other. It's not a one-man show over here, and that's what I love about this team, man. I love about this team. Coach Jay said, no, it wasn't bad at all. It showed leadership. Miro did the same thing last year. Facts. I love it. Kristen, yeah, everybody love Coach Sean. Shoot, that's my brother too. Shoot, I love it. They do look great in the video. Listen, y'all. So one thing I do want to close out with, one thing we got to understand about this team too. The fact that there's a lot of open competition, also that breeds like just a level of focus that you have to have if you really want to get on the field. So I think A-Day is probably going to be one of the most exciting we've seen. If I had to give a personal opinion about where I think this team is as far as in the phase of being where Coach Kalen DeBoer wants them to be, and somebody be like, man, it's just one practice. They weren't even doing anything. Well, I beg to differ because he even said that they went through, and Kyle, I don't know if Kyle is in the back, but he even alluded to them talking about phases and schematics of the offense, starting to work that part of it. Like the defense starting to come along. The comms, practicing play calling with the headset, like that is so big. Having the headset comms, and Kyle said it too. It was funny that Coach Saban was just talking about that 2 months ago, right? And here today they're talking about making the adjustments for it. It's going to be a process, but I think this is going to be different. To your wife yet about being there? As a matter of fact, man, Joy, you caught me, bro. I can't even look. Let me do this. Hold up. Let me move the hair back a little bit. Joy, you got me, bro. You got me, Joy. I mean, when I was in the bathroom. She had just so happened to be calling me when I went to the bathroom, and she probably taking a nap now. Today was her first day at her new job. Shouts out to my wife, man. She was doing her thing, but little Rashad 205. If you want the video, man, go to the channel. The full interview is up, and we also have clips. Because I'm not going to stay on much longer. I was just giving the last final reactions and interacting with the chat because we got a lot of work to do. We got to be up tomorrow prepping for some things. There's no we won't have any interviews or anything like that tomorrow, but we got a lot of cuts and clips that we want to put out for tomorrow. So I'm gonna get on top of that. Yeah, shout out to the wife, man. She worked her first day today, and I'm proud of her. She enjoyed her job. She's liking it. She loving the energy. What's up, Marvin? I got Marvin in chat. Hey, what Coach Sean says, the proof is in the details. First day of practice, there are the details. I'm telling you, and people not gonna acknowledge that. People are gonna continue to try to be negative, but at the end of the day, y'all, we don't got time for it. Forward motion, moving forward, development. The best players will play. The best players will start, right? And the players who are able to contribute will play. One thing he was excited about was depth. I can't remember verbatim because I know I was like them tweets I was putting out. And y'all let me know when y'all go back and look at the tweets. Give me some feedback. You know, do y'all like just the basic wording, or would y'all like things to be more in depth? Because it's kind of hard to listen, type, try to make sure I'm paying attention. So I was trying to do as much as possible so I could reference back to what key points to hit, and I kind of use Twitter for that because I feel like that's a good way. I like shouts out to Charlie Potter, how he covers, the game where he does kind of like a play-by-play or a big play moments tweets all day. That's for basketball and football. I think that's what Charlie does. So shout out to Charlie Potter. Brody Smoot does it sometimes. Shout out to him over at 100.9 with Ryan Fowler and those guys. Mr. Wyatt, man. I met some goats in the industry when it comes to Bama football coverage, man. And to be amongst those personalities, man, and those personas, man, it was an awesome experience. And they were very receptive. There were no cold shoulders. I mean, you kind of gotta feel that. I can't say that, but yeah, it was good. It was good. Kyle is really a dog in this business. I'm telling you, they know who he is. They know who Kyle Henderson is, and I'm just blessed to be a part of the team along for the ride, man. Ephraim, you might not see that too much, man. It's gonna be Miro deep ball to Ephraim. I got a question, Ephraim. I got a question for you. Realistically, what makes you think? What's up, son? What's up, son? Ephraim, what makes you think Ryan Williams is going to come in and move Kobe Prentice, Jalen Hill, Kendrick Law, Jeremy Bernard? Who else? I mean, there are kids that are in the same class as him that he's really going to have to outwork. I like Amari Jefferson. I like Rico Scott. I like all those kids. Bubba Hampton is probably the most raw. Like, he's probably the furthest behind because he was an athlete. He played on both sides of the ball. He's a burner, but his he's not as much of a route technician as the others. Like, Ephraim, let's talk. Keep it simple, stupid facts. That's a military thing we used to use, man. Welcome to the media. My first experience wasn't that great as far as media personalities. Coach J. Smook, that was T.O. Meet Terrion. Wait, what he said? Smook, that was TIA. Meet Terrion Arnold. He is one of my favorite players of all time. What was you trying to say? What's T.I. Oh, T.I.O. Is that an O? Yeah, T.I.O. What's that? That was T.O. Did you try to type Tito? Okay, Ephraim. I thought you was going to answer my question. No, because Ephraim, and I'm not picking, man. A lot of people feel that Ryan Williams is going to somehow just oh, he said 2. Okay, he meant okay. Yeah, it was cool. And I don't know if you heard the story earlier, man. I was coming out the bathroom, and Wayne and his family was up there with me. He the one got me the ticket. But I went down. I seen him walking up one way, right? And I seen the crowd kind of like forming. So I was like, man, I'm not trying to be I left the game early, wanted to get back home to Phoenix City, but also I don't do good with like congestion, especially when it gets dark. So like even at the stadium, it's different at the stadium because you got open space, you know what I'm saying? You outside. Walking through that stadium with a lot of people is different, you know what I'm saying? Walking inside the Coliseum is different. So coming out the bathroom, and he's in the walkway where I'm not coming out the bathroom at. And this young man asked me, he was like, hey, can you take this picture for me? I look up and he's like standing around Terrion Arnold. And Arnold's taking a picture with a couple of Yay Alabama members and people that were standing there. And then he starts taking picture with the young man and the young lady that was standing there. And I took the picture for the young man, and TA came over. He was like, man, hey, I got you too, man. You next. And I was like, sure. So I had my phone like this, man. I had my phone out already. I pull my phone up and I go like this. Let me go full screen so y'all can see this real quick. So I had my phone out and I go like this, right? And I go like this to take a picture of us, put it out in front of us. He said, hold on. You can't be looking taller than me. So we on the incline. If you ever been to Coliseum, you know, when you come in off a certain level, there's an incline to go back like to the concession level. And so he steps up on the incline and you see me kind of leaning and we take the picture. And that was like a little quick laugh. And he was just, you know, I was telling him I'm proud of what he's doing. I expect great things from him. And he was like, he appreciate the support. He said this famous stuff is new to him, but, you know, he just want people to know he's always approachable. And his wife was, but not his wife, his girlfriend or whoever that was. It was a young female with him. Very nice. She was nice and polite, you know, trying to get him to kind of move along because they had things to do. And he's going through that adjustment phase of becoming an NFL player, a professional athlete. And I think he's going to see a lot of success. So I'm happy for him. Coach, I mean that I think I will hear Ryan Williams' name called this year. I think it will too. Ryan Williams will get playing time, but he's not going to be that guy. What rumors you hearing about Juju Lewis, their Crimson Wave? I've been waiting for you to say something. And then after I get done having fun with Crimson Wave, y'all, I think I'm gonna end it. Crimson Wave, what rumors you heard, man? Go ahead and put them out there. It was cool. Sorry, my finger. Hey, ain't that wrong? They helped you out, man. The undefeated always got it. We always got each other back. You know what I'm saying? Possibly a flip from who? From Juju Lewis? Okay. Bama fan 95. What's good, family? How you feeling? Anything is possible. Whatever players give Bama the best chance to win. Listen, man, I think we're going to have a deep rotation at the wide receiver room. There's going to be a deep rotation at defensive line. I think we'll see a solid 5-man rotation with the edges, the outside linebackers, meaning the bandit and the wolf positions. I think we're going to see maybe I say 4-man, a solid 4-man rotation. And then at the inside linebacker position, it's going to be a solid 3-man rotation. You might have a spell 4 guy. And the secondary, you're going to see 6 or 7 guys get playing time in the secondary. There's a lot of space to be made up for this team as far as solidifying who can be the guy. And you can only get so many answers in spring practice and in scrimmages. It's really going to come down to how they execute on the field in game time when them lights are on. And so for that reason, I just kind of like, oh, you know his pops too, Juju? Okay. You know Juju's pops, Crimson? Okay. Ryan Williams, 500 yards receiving, 5 TDs, 10+ yards per catch, reality to reach. That's a good one. Let me put it in the chat. I like that one. Let's do it. Let's jump on and we'll close the night off with that one, y'all. I like that one. I really do. Great one. Who is that? I didn't even get the name. Matt Farms, always coming through with the clutch, man. Or reach. Yeah. I'm gonna type it. It's gonna take me a second because I can't remember. What was the stats? 505, 10+ yards per carry. 500+ yards. 5 TDs. 10 yards per catch. Yards per reception, right? Reality. Reach. And then we're going to get up out of here after this, y'all. I think that's a good one to close the show out. What y'all think? I think that's a real good one. I'm going to go put my do-rag on. It was humid. Y'all see your boy hair done fluffed up, man. That's why I keep rubbing on it. It's like, I just felt all of it just kind of like fluffing up. Y'all people with the ethnic hair roots, you know what I'm saying? What we call nappy. Your boy I got nappy hair, y'all. I got real ethnic hair. You know what I'm saying? It's rough around here. Coarse is what the professional term for it is. Reality to reach. Go ahead and run it up, y'all. Go ahead and run it up. Him and Odom are very close friends. You talking about Juju? You talking about Juju and Odom? That's who you talking about? Hey, rumors Coach Smook is that guy. Man, look, this team is just solid, bro. Cinco, you know, we talk. I brag about the team. And Cinco is a personal partner of mine. He does the graphics for all of the recruits that I'm getting us in contact with. We actually have a few. That's why I'm trying to get off a little bit earlier tonight. I got a few phone calls to make. A lot of guys that are going to be here this weekend. I'll be trying to get some interaction with them and providing some insight for you all. One thing about this channel, I don't do stuff to keep secrets. Like I do it because that's how the media appeals to it, right? So when I'm saying something is not for clout, it's literally I'm prepping y'all for something. It's like a buildup. That's what makes it content. I'm a content creator. I'm learning how to be an analyst. I'm learning how to be an insider. But I do content. I've been doing content my whole life and didn't even know it. My mama made me realize that today. You know, I call her afterwards. Everybody know if your mama's still alive, fellas, and you're a mama's boy. If your mom's still alive, you know, anytime something big. I'm 33, about to be 34. I can't remember anything in my life where something big has happened or something monumental has happened in my life that I didn't call my mom. Yep. He'd have to really make his mark when he got on the field and get that playing time in the first half of the season. And he could do it. Honestly, Moon Rocket, the weight numbers are put up. I think Ryan Williams wouldn't have to get on the field till fourth or fifth game of the season. If he can get 10 to 12 snaps by the fourth, fifth game of the season, Ryan Williams will get targeted. He will get open. And I think he'll be able to do some things. I feel like he will have some decent numbers. You know what? I'm going to say reach because I don't think he's going to have 500 yards. But I think Ryan Williams will have a few touchdowns. Like he might sneak in like 5 or 6 touchdowns this year. That's what I think. But it won't be off of like no 500 to 600 yards. It'll be like 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns for 320 yards, 21 receptions, something like that. Something minimum because he's going to be using a quick screen game. I think they're going to probably implement him in like the deep crossers, you know, because he could stretch the field. He's fast. He could take the top off of defense. What's up, Kareem? How you feeling? Reality next year? Oh, okay. Like he have about 250, you think so? That's why I said about 250, 300. I really think he's going because so if you look at Washington stats from last year, they had, I think, 18 guys with receptions, right? And I think only 6 of them out of the 18 were less than 10 receptions. So you look at the depth that Alabama has. For that reason, I think you won't see anybody on our roster over 60 catches, right? But you'll see a lot of guys with like 800, you know, you'll see 2 or 3 guys with 800 plus yards, right? Then you'll see another 3 or 4 guys between 400 and 700. But all of them will have like 20, 25. You know, you might have a tight end might have, one of the tight ends should have 40, you know, maybe 15, 20 less carries than your lead. I mean, not carries, but receptions than your lead guy. So that receiving core, tight ends included, will Coin Guy. Is this Coin Guy in here? Because he actually sounded like he been listening to me for a couple of days now. I said this the other day. You know, McMillan, what's good, my boy? What's good, Dave? Plus, Smook, anybody can go down with injuries. Yep, and that's one thing Kalen DeBoer did highlight. You know, guys getting through the practice, no injuries. There were no fourth quarter injuries. I don't know if y'all remember fourth quarter program injuries. Probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. 3 years ago, we were having injuries in the fourth quarter program. You know, that wasn't 3 years ago. It was before Blue when Cochran was here. So to see a consistency of growth and, you know, not as many injuries, it feels good, y'all. Yeah, man. Hey, Matt, you can play like one, but until you get out, and that's what I was saying, the speed of the game for Ryan Williams. Saraland is fortunate enough to not have to play nationally. When you look at 7A ball in Alabama, especially like in regions like Central Phoenix City, they got Auburn, Opelika. I think they still got Prattville. Like all those teams, man, they are in the same region. And they you look at the D1 recruits coming out of high school in Alabama, they're all 5 stars, 4 stars. They're all coming from those programs in that region. So Saraland doesn't fall in that level of competition. They are in some competitive, but you don't see 5-star, 4-star DBs coming out of that region as much. So he benefits from, you know, not necessarily playing lesser talent, but he's just on a different level. But when he gets to college, everybody that's lining up across from him was that dude at their school last year. This isn't Baylor where you're one deep. This isn't Vanderbilt or Mississippi State right now where you're one deep. This is like 3 deep at that position. And then on the secondary, on the other side, you're going to be 2 deep with 5-star guys, 5-star tier, 5-star talent. So I think it's going to be a learning curve as with all the rest of them. If I had to say who's day one ready though, out of the guys that's coming out of that IMG Academy didn't prep everybody to be ready at the college level, man. Most of your offensive linemen coming out of IMG come out ready. They just breed those guys differently. Running backs, they usually take a year. Wide receivers, I mean, traditionally, that's what it is, and that's not bad. That's nothing negative. What Cinco said, Arch not opting into NCAA. He lame. Talking about Archie Manning? Yeah. He got that Tennessee blood, and even though he down at where Archie Manning? He's still in Texas. Where Archie Manning at? Ain't he at Texas? It's 7A, having lived there in the 90s and never going back. Man, listen. Prattville is 7A, Central is 7A, Huntsville High is 7A. It's another school right up the street from Huntsville High. Me and Coach Sean was talking about they 7A. Texas still been lame. Devontae Smith only had 8 catches for 160 yards and 3 TDs his freshman year, so don't put too much on Ryan. Hey, George, but Devontae Smith played with Jalen Hurts a majority of his freshman year. You remember he didn't get the opportunity to actually start getting some looks until Tua got out there. I think like 80 of his yards was in the national championship game. 80 of his 160 was in the national championship game or something like that. So yeah, that don't really tell the story. 2 different systems, 2 different schemes, 2 different times. Like it's different. Last thing, and then we getting out of here. David McMillan says with a $9.99 super chat, he says, "Roll Tide. I'm excited for the season and the inside scoop from Coach Smoot. Let's freaking go." Listen, guys, I appreciate you all so much, man. I really do. Let's get to the poll, man. Let's end it. Hey, so the poll results are pretty solid for Ryan Williams. I'm going to screenshot it. Screenshot alert. Y'all commenting too fast. I can't even screenshot. Here we go. All right. And I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to do this for y'all. This is how I'm going to do it now. I think this is pretty cool. Y'all like this? Let me know how y'all feel about this. Y'all like seeing the results on the screen like this? Y'all like that? 61 votes. Pretty cool, huh? Let me take this off the screen. Y'all like that? So we was almost split down the middle. I mean, 51. Somebody had voted at the end, and it kind of, didn't give it the exact. So that means it was kind of split down the middle. You probably had 49.2 and 49.8, and they rounded it. Yeah, man. So y'all, thank y'all for being here tonight. Again, I appreciate you all. It's been fun. Tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m., kicking off with Ty Hayes with the Round the Table Sports. He's going to be over here kicking us off in the morning. Then Kyle will be taking phone calls at 9. And then I'll be on at 10 to close out the midday segment. We got Under the Radar and On the Radar tomorrow. On the Radar and Under the Radar tomorrow. I don't think I have any hidden gems. If I do, we'll have them tomorrow. And be looking out for all the socials, guys. Remember, if you have any people, any recruits that you all would like me to look at, please email them to me at coachsmook@gmail.com. I'm putting a list together for T and Kyle. We're going to start trying to get these recruits on with their families, right? During the off season, we're going to try to keep the content flowing. So continue to pass the names along. I appreciate it. I don't know everybody. I just got back to Alabama. So in-state recruits, I'm just getting reacquainted to the field. There's a lot of coaching changes that happened since I left. So I'm just getting reacquainted, and we're going to continue to roll, man. I love you all, man, for real. I really thank God for each and every one of you, trolls, haters, the supporters, all alike. I really appreciate you. And let's continue to grow. Roll Tide. And I'm not going to do the long one tonight. Psych. Y'all know how I got to leave y'all with a big roll. Y'all be easy, man. It's your boy Coach Smook. Catch y'all on the next.